Hi everyone, it's day 4 of Veganuary. How's it going? At the risk of sounding like your mother, today I am going to ask you, are you eating enough? Now this is extremely important when you transition to a vegan lifestyle and a vegan diet. You absolutely must eat enough. Okay, otherwise you're going to end up feeling deprived, feeling hungry and thinking, well, this just isn't working for me, vegan food leaves me feeling hungry. Well, that means you're not eating enough. You got to eat more. It's one thing you will find is that you have to increase your portion size when you switch to a plant-based diet. There are a lot of products which are branded as mock meats, fake meats, meat replacements, but they tend to be much lower in calories and they may not fill you up as much. And if you're literally only eating fruits and vegetables, cooking your own food, you are going to need to bulk up a little bit on your portions. Okay, now you'll see YouTubers like Freelee the Banana Girl. She's always banging on about carb up, make sure you're eating enough. And she's absolutely right. You may not like her, you may love her channel. I think she's a very interesting person and I really enjoy watching her videos because you can get a lot out of them, get a lot of tips. She may not be your favourite person on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. It's extremely important. The message is the same. You've got to eat enough. I'm not a raw vegan. I'm not a raw till 4 vegan. My food is cooked. But you absolutely must make sure you're eating enough, otherwise you're going to feel deprived and you're not going to stick at it, and there's nothing worse than feeling deprived, okay? Being vegan is not a weight loss diet. You can do weight loss diets whilst being vegan, but the point of going vegan is not to lose weight, okay? It's not a fad diet, all right? You absolutely must eat enough. You must feel satisfied after your meals. Now, this can be problematic when you go to other people's houses or if you go to a restaurant that isn't particularly expert at catering for vegans. Very often they will give you a dish, like if I go to Weatherspoons, they do a pasta pomodoro, which is safe for vegans. Just make sure they don't put any cheese on it or anything like that. It is vegan friendly. They even advertise that it is, and it's okay, but the portion's just way too small. You get this plate of pasta with just kind of like a bit of tomato sauce on it, and it's really not substantial enough. I can eat 2 of those, and I'm not a particularly big eater. What I usually do, don't tell the staff, is I sneak in a pot of hummus and put on top, and then I'll have maybe some chips on the side and a salad as well, because it's just not enough. But it's really, really important that you make sure you eat enough, and your plate will look bigger and fuller, okay? Now, when you're eating fruits and vegetables, if it's cooked vegetables, you will most likely need to eat more. Cooked vegetables will not fill you up as much as a steak or as chicken, okay? You're not going to feel full, and they are, they may well be less dense in calories, okay? They're going to be very high in nutrition, absolutely. Nutrition-wise, fruits and vegetables are wonderful, very high in nutrients, high in vitamins, minerals and the things that we need, but you may not feel full. You may not be fueling your body with enough calories to feel satisfied so that you can carry out your daily activities and get on with your day. And this is absolutely crucial. So what I do recommend for new vegans is to carry food with you. You're going to get hungry, okay? Until you get the hang of how much you need to eat at each meal time, you're going to need to eat between your meals, okay? I like to do this anyway. I'm a bit of a biscuit fiend, as I often talk about, but I do like to carry snacks. I'll carry sesame snaps with me, or I'll carry muesli bars. Flapjacks are one of my favourites. I make them at home. It's really easy, and I'm going to put a flapjack recipe up soon, so you can use that. But make sure you have food with you. There is nothing worse than being a hungry vegan, okay? And it's when we get hungry that we slip up and we think, oh, I'll just have that. And we fall off the wagon. And that's really sad, because then you're going to feel really bad about yourself afterwards and think, oh, I failed already, that's terrible. And it's horrible, and then it can snowball and we feel bad about ourselves and we can end up giving up being vegan, which is kind of defeating the object, and I find that really sad. So the best thing to do is to be very prepared. And I keep saying this, you've got to be prepared when you're a vegan, because the world is not set up for us in most countries. Certainly not here in the UK. It's just not set up for vegans. Okay, if you know what you can have when you get to that point where you You know, you can pretty much go into any store and you know what you can have, what you can't have. Go into any restaurant and you'll know, you know, what to pick. That's fine. But until then, you're going to have to carry extra food with you. You know, a lot of vegans talk about pre-eating, or we pre-eat. If we're going to somebody's house, or if we're going to an establishment that we know doesn't cater particularly well for vegans, we eat before we go, or we carry something in our bag to either add to our meal, which I often do when the staff aren't looking. I'll be chucking my hummus on top. Or, you know, we have something to have afterwards or instead of a meal out, you know. Or even if you go into a friend's house, you don't want to offend them, so maybe just take something along with you and say, oh, I brought this for everyone to share. Although it's primarily for you, just to make sure you don't get too hungry. I mean, the number of barbecues that I've been to, barbecues are weird when you're a vegan because there's not really anything there for you. Very often I'll take my Linda McCartney sausages with me. I'll take a packet, which you can get. The cheapest Linda McCartneys you can get are actually from Lidl. I think it's £1.27 for a pack of 6 sausages, which is pretty cool. I'll take them with me to a barbecue, but if I don't go prepared, very often all I can eat is carrot sticks and cucumber sticks and maybe a little bit of hummus if there's any left over that hasn't been polluted with like beef fat or something. And that's really depressing because you end up really hungry. And you're sat there with your stomach grumbling, you know, just wanting to go home, and you're having a bit of a crap time, and you don't want to seem like a party pooper, but at the same time you're really hungry and you have to eat, you know, otherwise you're going to get hungry. Nobody wants to get hangry. So just make sure you are eating enough. If necessary, eat before you go out, take snacks with you, take food with you, or if you get caught out, very often if I have an impromptu meal out, I'll say, oh, just a second, I just need to pop into this little shop here, and I'll run into a little Tesco Express, grab a pot of hummus and some balsamic dressing or something, or some little bits of nibbles that I know I can discreetly add to my food without the staff noticing, usually at Wetherspoons, because I'm on a bit of a budget too. And then I'm prepared and I know I can go in and I know my food's going to be delicious because I'm going to be adding extra flavour to it. A lot of people who cater for vegans don't do it very well and it just doesn't have a lot of flavour, and that's no fun either, you know. Or they'll give you a big salad and go, there you go, there's your dinner, and you're like, well, I ate that in about 30 seconds, what's the next course? What do you mean that's everything? That's it? Really? I'm going to starve. So please make sure you are eating enough. It's extremely important for a new vegan. If you want to stick at it, you have to feel satisfied. You have to feel happy. Otherwise, it will affect your mood. It will affect your life. You know, you may start feeling faint and, you know, you could get unwell. And that's just not what we want, especially in January when it's cold season. You know, you're going to get ill if you're not eating enough. So make sure you eat enough, pre-eat, carry food with you, do what you got to do, but eat enough and keep eating.